As we've been reporting, Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is dead. President Trump confirmed his death on social media and says the bombing will continue as long as necessary. The president also told NBC News that most of Iran's senior leadership is gone. Joining me now is Frank Rose. He's the former Assistant Secretary of State for Arms Control, Verification, and Compliance. Frank, thanks for your time today.
Oh, my pleasure. Great to be with you.
Let's go ahead and start with this development of the killing of the Ayatollah. How significant is this, and what does this mean for the future of Iran and peace in the region?
Well, that's a good question. Up until a few hours ago, I had questions about what the objective of these strikes were. It's very clear now is the objective is regime change. The question that I have is, will we be able to affect regime change with no forces on the ground? Can you do it simply with air power and cruise missiles? It's never been done before in history, so there's a lot of questions today.
Right, especially when you're talking about the unrest, the situation in Iran right now with all the unrest we saw within the population there, it's a very volatile time for Iran. Let's go ahead and talk about the negotiations that were ongoing as this was unfolding. Right. We're talking about the negotiations on the future of Iran's nuclear program. How did we get here? Go ahead and take us through that.
Well, fundamentally, Iran has said it has the right to enrich uranium. But, the interesting point is you don't need to enrich uranium to maintain a civilian nuclear program. You can buy it from the commercial market. The big concern has always been is that the Iranian nuclear program was not about providing Iran nuclear power for civil purposes, but as a backdoor for a nuclear weapons program. And that's the fundamental disconnect between the US and Iran. Iran wanted the right to maintain the ability to create a nuclear weapon, per se. And the United States, under the Trump administration, said no enrichment. And fundamentally, that's where they clashed. Because at the end of the day, if you have the ability to enrich uranium, you have all the building blocks for a nuclear weapon. And at the end of the day, that's what the regime wanted to maintain their grip on power.
Right. And, we've heard so much back and forth on this, but in your opinion, how likely was it that Iran was that close, as we've heard, weeks away, days away from developing its nuclear arsenal?
Well, what I would say is they had all the building blocks they needed to create the enriched uranium necessary for a nuclear bomb. Fundamentally, if it wasn't tomorrow, it'd be in a year from now. That's fundamentally what this whole dispute has been about. Are you going to allow Iran to maintain the ability to enrich uranium and, in effect, have a nuclear arsenal from a virtual perspective? And obviously, the president said enough. No, we are not. We are not close to a resolution, and he believes that the only way to solve this problem, fundamentally, is to change the regime in Iran.
Right. We will see. This is just the beginning stages of what will be weeks, months, if not years of change there. Former Assistant Secretary of State Frank Rose, thank you so much for your perspective today. We appreciate it.
Great. Thanks, Rob. Great to be with you.